Either God here coming to you live and direct with another video. And in this video, just want to share a couple of thoughts, you know, just venting once again. I see this post about Travis Barker had a plane crash. 4 of the 6 people on board died in the crash. Yeah. So I guess a lot of crashes are happening. Um if y'all watch my other videos, like I told y'all, I think these beings are like harvesting fear energy. Somebody has said, because I have responded to this post talking about we shouldn't be flying during this time because a lot of things are happening in the atmosphere, right? A lot of people talking about this little spy balloon that came from China allegedly, right? And Gina Maria, she covered the fact that there was an object behind that so-called spying balloon, right? And for one, I don't think it's a spying balloon, for one. And like I said, you mean telling me if they were spying on us, they don't need a balloon to spy on us. They can spy on us by looking through our devices that we use every day. They can be spying on me with this laptop that I got right here with my little camera exposed. And, I ain't got no covering on the camera lens or nothing. They can be spying on me by listening to my conversation right now. So why do they need a spying balloon? Who they spying on? Well, we believe everything. We believe anything they say. If they was spying, they sure wasn't doing a good job putting it in the sky. How you gonna be spying and then you have it all on the internet? You caught now? So now we know you spying. They don't have to be spying on no balloon. But yeah, they got they probably got the balloon from Dollar Tree too. Like, what I about to say? They got Siri, they got Alexa, they got all these weapons that they done created to spy on us, and you mean telling me their enhancement of spying technology is a balloon in the sky? Also remember the movie Spy Kids. I already talked about that video a long while ago, I believe, probably some months. Spy Kids, I just thought about it in my head, like they use that technology. If you watch Spy Kids, they use that technology to spy on the kids. And what I mean by kids, I mean we're all kids. They got us at a young age. They programmed us through the cartoons and stuff like that. We all grow up and stuff like that. They got all of us at a young age and rerouted our missions. We came here for a certain purpose, and they rerouted us and said, no, you gonna come here to be a lawyer. No, you gonna come here to be a doctor. No, you gonna come here to be a construction worker and stuff like that. All that stuff is to cater to their matrix and keep us lost in their illusion. So yeah, a lot of plane crashes going on. Dealing with planes. I don't know the meaning behind planes and stuff and why they crashing and stuff like that. I guess the atmosphere is changing. The energy is increasing and stuff like that. They got a movie called Knock at the Cabin. Like I told y'all before, they said that planes were gonna be crashing. A lot of cataclysmic activities were gonna be taking place during this 2023, according to the Gregorian calendar time period, right? So, okay, we got plane crashes, and here goes a movie called Plane that just came out in 2023. It's already in HD. I plan on watching it today, and as you can see, it's a 6.9 rating, so I'm guessing it's a good movie. It says after a heroic job of successfully landing his storm-damaged aircraft in a war zone. So yeah, it's a lot of war going on and stuff like that, and that's about this awakening. They trying to rock us back to sleep, but they gonna try their best to keep us, docile and keep us, keep rocking us back to sleep. They're using a black. They stay using a black man. They stay using black people as the little foundation, and then they gonna put them in the back. They gonna put them in the back. Then you got the red. You got the red blood right there. You got a blue tie, red and blue symbolism that I peeped. Got the yellow, red, blue, and yellow. They stay using those colors. Those are the primary colors that they teach us as kids in kindergarten. Red, blue, and yellow. Look it up, Google. Those are the primary colors, the prime colors that they teach us. Oh, my hand's cold. So yeah, they said Travis Barker, he's a celebrity, got in a plane crash. Another thing, like I had said earlier, I said that we shouldn't be flying planes. I mean, I think B-Dell 1014, he said that, and I agreed with it. I agree with that. Considering all of the planetary objects that we seeing in the skies happen. You know, they just released a movie called Dune back in 2021 or 2020 called Dune, and it was all these movies that they dropping is about stuff happening in the atmosphere, and they letting us know this stuff, right? So as the energy increases, the planes gonna start crashing and stuff like that, I guess. We in the month of so-called February, so-called Black History Month, so they trying to get all the energy that they can get from us, you know, all the fear, you know, and they using different types of tactics to do that. You know, they drop all their slave movies. It's crazy, cause you know the movie called Till, which was, you know, about Emmett Till. This movie called Till, it did not play in the theaters. I guess it got boycotted or something like that. Cause I seen it in the free movie website that I use right here, and it was in HD. I just ain't watch it because I'm not interested in watching that movie because I already know what their agenda is. They trying to reel in negative energy, and they making a lot of stuff, you know, chaotic and all of that type stuff, you know, giving us bad vibes, you know, trying to keep us in a fear-based energy so they can, you know, continue to step on our necks. Like I said, this movie called Knock at the Cabin is actually playing in the theaters today. I think it started Friday. Probably played in Thursday, cause you know they had a little the little premiere showing before they actually put it in the movies. But yeah, Knock at the Cabin about I'm guessing how I'm looking at it now, you know, I'm freestyling off the top of my brain. I'm guessing the Knock at the Cabin is these beings are knocking at the cabin. They coming to take the planet back, right? Or they coming to introduce the energy for us to take the planet back, right? So they knocking at the cabin, aka they're knocking at Earth, which represents the cabin. Cabin made of the cabin made of wood dealing with nature. So that's my that's my perception on what Knock at the Cabin is about. And I already talked about that already. I already talked about it. They got the Asian right there, Asian girl, Asian, Chinese, Oriental, whatever you want to call her. She represents. And then, like I said, they just talked about a damn spy balloon coming from China. They showing you, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. So yeah. And then I also remember that a plane crashed into so-called 9/11, the little buildings, the Twin Towers. A plane crashed into the Twin Towers, and you know, in relation to planes. So I had to do some more inner searching, meditation or whatever, to see what planes represent on a spiritual level. So yeah. Oh yeah, last thing. Well, actually, two last things, right? Dude in the comment section of this post, he was saying that I'm just in fear because I don't want to fly. Cause I said I'm not gonna be in no plane, no way. I was in fear before this stuff even started being blasted on the media. I didn't never feel the need to be on a plane. I don't care if you get me there safely or not. I don't want to be on no plane. I'd rather just travel on the ground. If I'm gonna die, just let me die on the ground. I'm not finna get in no plane where I don't even know who the pilot is. These folks get on the plane, don't even know who the pilot is. It could be nobody. AI could be driving them planes for one. Two, if we controlled the planet like we supposed to be doing, we wouldn't have to fly no plane in the first place. We only be flying, in my opinion, to get there quicker for one instance. But like I said, they want you to have a passport. They want you to be able to have permission to pass through another portal to get to another spot. We should not have no permission to go nowhere. They should have had permission to come to this planet to have and they should have permission to even make us have a passport. They the one need their passport to go back wherever they came from. You know, also I want to talk about um what somebody had said. Basically, a lot of people saying that we were so-called black people or whatever, are the cause or the reason for us being in this situation, right? And I'm like, I blame the system being in place for the reason that we're asleep and stuff like that. But a lot of people say that we've been asleep before the system. Somebody gonna have to grab my head, grab my eyes, tap me into the Akashic records, like in the movie Eternals. If you watch Eternals, you'll see where they showed you the Akashic records, where they got all the memories that took place, right? Somebody gonna have to do that to me and prove to me that we were crazy and rambunctious and we were ego driven before this system came into place. Because as far as I'm concerned, we are ego driven by this money. If you get rid of money and the mindset that these beings have created and pushed on us, and now we done basically got taken over by it, so now we behave the way we do. Like I said, somebody gonna have to prove to me visually that we were this way before this system came into play. I guess we were fighting over resources. What was the purpose of us fighting for resources when we had everything we needed? You could just walk and go. If you got apples on this land, right? Just go walk somewhere else and get some more apples somewhere else. Like what? I don't get why. What was the purpose? The only thing that I can think of is if like you could not enter another section of the planet. Like some beings are secluded to a certain region of the planet. Like example, if you born in this land spot right here, you can only adapt to this land spot. But if you go to another land spot, you won't be able to like thrive like you would at the spot that you were born. That's the only way that I can think of that would be as of a hassle to acquiring other resources that you need, to thrive or to live or whatever. If y'all know what I'm saying. Like I said, what was the purpose of us beefing if we had all the resources readily available? You just had to walk and go get it. But the problem I have now is that the system that is in place, we have to have permission for everything. If I want to build some land somewhere on my own land, I have to have a permit that I have to pay to even build what I want to build on my area of occupants. You see what I'm saying? And everybody's okay with that. As long as they get that money up, they can build what they want to build. You got to get your money up just so you can buy more land, so now you can build this on this land because you gave them more money, you gave them more energy. And that's the problem that I have with this system, and that's why I'm going to keep blaming this system, because if it wasn't for this system, I feel like we would not be asleep the way we are. So yeah, that's the money thing that I be, talking about. A lot of people say you need to go and get your money up and use your talent and stuff like that, but the money isn't gonna always be here, right? So what's the point of doing that if it's not gonna be here forever? So I pretty much done covered everything that I wanted to talk about. There's no specific order that I, talk about things. So yeah. Other than that, I'm gonna be focused on trying to. It's cold right now in this RV. What I'm supposed to be doing today is I'm supposed to be getting some tape that I ordered, some RV tape, some tape glue or whatever. I'm gonna be patching up the RV, whatever, so I can, get it ready to be, waterproof and stuff like that. Fixing it up. Cause I'm trying to live like a off-grid form of living. At least I'm trying to. I may not be trying hard enough like I should, and that's what I gotta work on. So that's what I'm doing. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Folks up here worrying about getting that money. Oh yeah, last thing. People always say, I don't know if I talked about this already or not, but people always say, why do I want the system to fall so bad if it's going to cause people to be affected negatively? Like example, like you got people dependent on the system, and that's another thing. Like, bro, like in order for the system to exist, we have to sacrifice. We have to basically submit to them for the system to thrive. In order for the system to exist, we have to give up. We have to sacrifice. We have to surrender our livelihood for the system to exist inorganically. You see what I'm saying? Like, it ain't no way that the system can coexist with nature, because the system is anti-nature. That's how the system thrives. The system thrives by killing and taking out nature. Even though they cannot do it fully, that means, in my opinion, that it's going to be an ongoing task. And these beings are on a mission. And they're going to be on this mission until they gone. Right? So, it ain't no way that it can exist. And, it ain't no way that the inorganic system can exist without taking out nature. So a lot of people be like, why you want the system to go away so bad when people gonna be dying faster, no hospitals and stuff like that. We never needed it in the first place. They shouldn't have came and made us adapt to that form of living. The original hospitals was earth, was the trees. You see what I'm saying? They showed that in Avatar. That lady, she healed herself through the trees, the root system and stuff like that. Those are the natural organic tubes that we were tied up to before the plastic ones that they shove in us when we get injured. You see what I'm saying? Go to the hospital. They have all these different fluids and stuff flowing through us when our original forms of fluids and stuff was like energy and plasma and stuff like that. Now they got straight inorganic poisons and stuff like that they forced us to adapt to due to genetic editing. Anyway, the system gonna fall regardless if I want it to or not. I just prefer it to fall, and I'm sure I'm not the only one in the first place. So yeah, it gonna fall anyway, because it was never supposed to exist in the first place as far as I'm concerned. Because if it was meant to stay, it would stay. And regardless if I wanted it to leave or stay, it would stay. You see what I'm saying? But as you see, what's taking place is collapsing. It cannot coexist with nature. And when we wake up, the system goes to sleep. When we start doing stuff, when we start becoming self-sufficient, the system we become less dependent of the system. We have to prove to the system, we have to prove to God, the creator, whatever, we have to prove to the creator, and we have to prove the government that we don't need them. Do you get what I'm saying? We have to prove, I feel like we have to prove, even Lil Baby, he got a song called I Got Something to Prove. I feel like we have to prove to God or the creator, God or the creator, and we have to prove to the elites that you don't need us anymore. When I go outside and start growing my own food, I'm proving the system, the beings that create this system, I'm proving to them that I don't need you anymore. I can grow my own food. I don't have to walk into these box stores to get any unseeded or seeded fruit or vegetables. So yeah, regardless if I want the system to fall or not, it's gonna fall. So don't think that I'm the reason that it's falling or whatever. Just because I want the system, I can change it up. Hey, I don't want the system to fall. I want money to last forever. I want people to stay asleep forever. Is it gonna happen? I'll let you answer that. So with that being said, Eat the God signing out. I thank y'all for listening up until this point of the video. Eat the God signing out. Peace.